Hello everybody and welcome to another Starcraft 2 Supremacy Guide video. In this replay, we'll be showing you how to photon cannon rush your opponent, in this case, a Terran. Let's go ahead and get started, and our opponent in this ladder match of the Masters League today will be Cacti. Now the basic gist of what we're going to be doing is throwing down a pylon in the back of our base so that we can hide a forge, which we will build about 10 supply. And after we do build our pylon, we're going to be sending that probe over into our opponent's base and be hiding in the corner back here. We will build a pylon, and then as soon as our forge finishes, we're going to be throwing down another photon cannon right there. Now, probe production isn't going to be too important in this game, just because we're not going to be having to rely on a really strong economy. All we're going to be building is photon cannons and pylons, which really don't cost that much, and therefore we won't need many probes to be mining minerals for us. It looks like we're setting out our probe, and it looks like our opponent is choosing to wall off. Now, this isn't too normal for the Terran to try to do this against a Protoss opponent. However, if you do come across this, don't panic. Just try and sneak by as best you can. And even if he does scout you, he doesn't know for sure that you're going to be trying this strategy in his base. Now, a good idea if you are scouted is to throw down the pylon and just act like you're still scouting around and not building something in his base, and then come back when the forge finishes, throw down another photon cannon and just keep scouting around, and in that way it doesn't seem too suspicious, because if your opponent sees that a probe goes into his base and then he doesn't see it anymore, he's going to wonder where it went, and that's exactly what we don't want. And it looks like he's throwing up a barracks now, and it looks like we've thrown down our first photon cannon. We want to place this pretty relatively close to our pylon, and this is because we don't want to get it out here where it might be scouted, then our strategy could fail. We want to throw down close, and then our second and third we can throw down out here where they can be offensive, and this one can cover us from back here. Now it's going to be normal for our opponent to try to react by taking his SCVs and trying to surround this photon cannon. However, as we can see, the photon cannon does away with these easily. What we want to do is cancel whatever he's attacking at the last second. In that way, he wasted as much time as possible on that one. And looks like our probe will just be running around. We definitely don't want to lose our probe, because that's what's going to be building everything, obviously. In this case, he's blacked off, so we couldn't bring another. So it's very important to micro your probe very well. Now, once you've thrown down a good number of photon cannons, go ahead and throw down another pylon that's a little more in aggressive position, so that you can keep building photon cannons more closely to your opponent's base. It's like Marines go down to only 3 hits from a photon cannon, and at this point your opponent will probably leave the game. If not, he will probably try to counterattack you by bringing everything he has and going to your base. If this is the case, you want to throw down a pylon like we have next to your nexus, and just throw down a couple photon cannons, and if necessary you might have to use your probes to attack as well. But all in all, if you have gone this far, you probably will lose, and the only real thing you have to worry about, like we said already, is a counterattack, or if he scouts it. If he scouts it and he uses his SCVs to destroy whatever you're building, and you aren't able to get it off, just try to block your ramp with a pylon, a gateway, and throw down a photon cannon or two to defend, and just macro up from there. So hopefully this strategy has helped, and hopefully you can improve your win rate from it. This is Starcraft 2 Supremacy Guide videos signing out.